Okay, hey guys, welcome to a special episode. Well, kind of special. It's going to be extra long. Well, the reason for that is because I've decided to do all the graphics updating. Well, to decide to do the graphics in one episode. Well, drawing the graphics uh, in one episode, which is going to be very hard. And yeah, and yeah, pretty much. So, but then in the next video, like, reason I'm not gonna actually like draw the graphics on the screen this episode is because uh I wanna do that next time and explain all the different update methods and ways to update it and which one I personally think is the best. But right now, we're just gonna initialize the graphics and not actually draw anything. So first thing we're going to want to do is, well, I'm guessing make the canvas to draw on. So set background, and now this is where actual graphics comes in. You do color dot, and then whatever color you want that's designed into Java. If you want your own custom color, which I personally love to do, you go into up here, do color dot color color new color equals new color, and then this is where, well, anyone who's worked with computers knows that things on computers go in red, green, blue. So the first one will be red. I'm gonna make this a red, so I'm gonna do 200 in red, 15 in green, and 15 in blue. Now when I do new color down here, now it is set to, the background is set to that color. Now we're going to set the actual canvas, so set preferred size, new dimension, and now the size of your J-frame, 650 by 600. And now you've set up a background and a canvas to draw on. And I forgot to add an extra bracket in there. Wait for that to complete. Okay. Now, as you can see, the background is red because I put a ton in red. Now, I'm going to change it to green. Oh, just so you know, if you put 255 in everything, it makes white. So, yeah. Now it is green. I'm just going to stick with green now. Now we're actually going to initialize the graphics. So do private graphics G2. Well, I just named mine that. And don't add anything after it so it equals null. You want it to equal null. Private image, BG image, name it whatever you want, and make that equal null as well. So now we're going to go down here and do the method that we are going to use, private void game render. Now this method is going to be what sets up the drawing, and then we're going to have a thing after, a method after this called paint screen that's actually going to paint it. This just sets it up. So for game render, first thing we're going to want to do is initialize the graphics. So if bgimage equals null, which at the beginning it obviously will equal, bgimage equals create image, and then the size of your J-frame, so 650 by 600. Now we want to do another if bgimage equals null, return. So return the thing to do it, to complete this, to throw this thing again, so that it doesn't equal null. Now we do else uh, whatever you named your graphics, so G2 equals bg image dot get graphics, like so. Now we probably want to draw whatever we want to draw, so G2, which is our graphics, dot set color dot blue. I'm just gonna set the color to blue. It is a automatically set color. That is how you set the color. So whatever is already made in Java that you draw after this will be in blue. So G2 dot, you can either do fill or draw. Filling it makes like a whole circle that has the middle drawn in and filled in. Draw just makes an outline of a circle. So I'm just going to do fill oval. You have to do oval instead of circle. Now where you want to place it, so I'm just going to place it 350 by 325. That's around the middle. Do it 50 by 50, so it's going to be 50 by 50 pixels big, which is actually pretty big. Okay, so now we have it drawn. But now it won't actually draw anything because we still aren't painting it, we're just getting it ready to be drawn. So now we want to do private void paint screen. Now this part is going to be very confusing and I don't expect you to get it at first because I had trouble getting this at first. So now we want to create a new graphics. So graphics G, just name it graphics G. Make sure yours isn't named G as well, or it won't work. Now we want to do the try method. As I explained about exceptions earlier, this will catch an exception at the end. So G equals this dot get graphics, and then we'll do if G doesn't equal null. Just so you know, if you put an exclamation mark in front of the equals, it means doesn't equal. So, oh yeah, we're also going to want to add another one of those, and then do end bg image doesn't not equal null. Just so you know, null means nothing. So if you do that, do bg g dot draw image bg image 0 0 null. Okay, what this does is it draws the game render. When paint screen is called, it draws game render because bg image is the image holding everything together. Now we want to go down here and do toolkit dot get default tool kit, and kit at the end isn't capital, okay? You might screw that up. Do 2 brackets dot sync. Now what this does is it syncs the game render and paint screen so that they're both being called at almost the same time, which makes there no lag in the game. Now you want to do g.dispose, which disposes of the graphics right here so that it can be called again next time. Now we want to catch the exception that can happen. Exception EX. And then down here we can do whatever we want to do. What happens when the exception is called, like system.out.println exception found or whatever. But when I'm programming games, I'll explain this later on, I like to do up here, I like to make a boolean, which, oh my god, I never explained booleans. I guess I'll just do a quick thing about booleans. Booleans are things that hold private boolean, boolean example equals false. Boolean holds a true or false thing. So, yeah, Boolean's pretty much just told true or false. And you can do like if Boolean, if the name of the Boolean equals true, then do blah blah blah. But I like to do an if. I like to make a Boolean named exception caught, and if any exceptions are caught, I just do exception caught equals true right here. So I would do exception caught equals true, and then in the game render thing, if exception caught equals true, it would draw a string of an error. I'll teach you how to do g.drawString after. But yeah, this is pretty much setting it up. It will not draw it right now, pretty much just because it will process completed and it'll open up to this, but it will not draw this circle yet because game render and paint screen aren't called because I haven't made an update method yet. In the next tutorial, I will have an update method and tell you the various ways of updating a game. Well, okay, thanks guys, later.